Well, the day has finally come and gone. We're past Stadia Super Saturday, and boy, what an event it was. So many content creators coming together, bringing the community together, having viewer events where people could join races, tournaments, just talk shows. It was just a fun 24 hours if you got to take a part of any of it. I'm sure you enjoyed it just as much as I did. I know the way I celebrated was going to see the Sonic movie, and guess what? I can tell you what happens at the end. If you're interested in Stadia content from yours truly, news, analysis, reviews, don't forget to click subscribe. Get yourself notified so you can stay up to date when our new videos go live, which is usually at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I do want to kind of go over that real quick before I go over what this video is actually about. You might have missed in my last video when I talked about what we're going to do going forward. And today and tomorrow will just be a little different than what I'm typically going to do. Every Saturday, we're going to plan a live stream of some sorts, whether it's gameplay or open mic, talking with people, whatever the case may be. And then on Monday and Tuesday, you're going to get specific curated clips from that Saturday live stream sent on Monday and Tuesday. Today's gonna be a little different because we did something a little different on Saturday. And then Tuesday, pretty much same thing. But this week, however, you're going to get the Mortal Kombat 11 tournament with just the fights only. So it's cut down from the 2 hours in length it was down to about a more palatable 50 minutes. It's still long, but we'll have timestamps in there so you can just jump straight into the fight, and then you'll be able to consume that in a much easier way. And then after that, on Wednesday, we will talk about any community updates that went on from Google, whether it was Stadia themselves or possibly throughout the community themselves. And we'll talk about and dissect what it all meant and where we're gonna go from there. Thursday, we're gonna talk about cloud gaming in general. So that could be xCloud, Amazon service, NVIDIA GeForce Now, and how it pertains to Stadia moving forward. And this might be a little harder to keep curating content for, but it's something I'm interested in taking the overall scope of things, because it doesn't matter what the competition is doing. And that's why I'm gonna call this series The Competition. We already had our first episode last week on Thursday when we talked about the GeForce Now losing Activision and Blizzard's game support, and that's a big deal. So if you haven't, go ahead and check the video out. It is up here or here. I don't know which way I should be pointing at, but it'll be linked up and you'll be able to see it right away. And then on Friday, we'll be just kind of having maybe more of a personal conversation, kind of like what you're watching right now, in which I'll just maybe take a news topic or maybe a live stream type light kind of deal where it'll just be us talking to each other and nothing too big, unless Google delivers some information on that Thursday, which they sometimes do. They'll deliver some big news bombs on that Thursday, so we can definitely talk about that. And that's what happened last week, so it's definitely possible that that could happen. And on Saturdays at some point we'll stream something for about an hour or so, and then that will kind of kick us all the way back into Monday, where we'll just do the whole process over again. But the whole point of this video I wanted to make is, well, I simply wanted to say thank you, because I haven't been around this community for entirely too long. I'd been doing just general game content for quite a while. And then over the last 3 weeks, I decided, well, the last few videos I've done have been just about Stadia, so let me just narrow the focus completely down to that, and I can open up a much broader way of, just talking to the Stadia community at large. And I know I was kind of like bottlenecking it, but the point is, it was a way to narrow the focus down. It was able to give you the idea of what my channel is truly about, because you can just see something say party ball and you have no idea what the hell that actually meant. But you see it say Club Stadia and you are very well aware of what that means and what we are going to deliver. And I think it's worked out very well, because more people have found us, more people have communicated with us, and I was able to take a part of such an event like Stadia Super Saturday the other day. And first of all, I was humbled that I was even asked to do anything with it. And then I came up with the idea of, let's do an online tournament. And before I get into the actual tournament itself, I just want to thank the guys over at Stadia Source who initially invited me. Definitely want to thank Chase over at Stadia Talk, who kind of introduced me into this whole world of these guys and all these creators, and kind of welcomed me in as if I was just one of their own. And it's just been so humbling. It's been so awesome, and I've just felt like I'm at home. It's just awesome, and everyone's always willing to help each other out. Everyone's always willing to jump into other people's streams. They want to say hi, they want to show their support, and it's just a never-ending support network. And for that, I want to thank everyone that's able to help me along the way. And just, it's been an amazing experience so far, and I can't wait for the future of what this platform will bring and what we will all bring as creators and what we can do going forward. And whether it's maybe another version of Super Saturday in the future, we don't know exactly what the future of that may be, what Google's involvement could be going forward. And we also want to thank Google's we also want to thank Google for their participation, the way they supported us, and I was able to give away Borderlands 3 to the winner of my tournament, which was an awesome additional prize on top of what we were already doing. And without Google, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So I want to thank them personally. The team over at Stadia definitely helped us out and came through as well. And well, the tournament, let's briefly talk about the tournament, because we had some hiccups, didn't we? We started off with a little, okay. I had 18 registered entrants and only about 7 showed up. So fortunately for me, I had Chase join me in the tournament, Eddie joined in the tournament as well, and I was prepared to enter myself, but as a non-winning participant. And it started off rocky. We had some video stream issues, audio sync issues. Fortunately, I had that one easily figured out because I have a setting in OBS, and I'm gonna probably bore you, but it was a setting I had turned off for using my pro camera when I actually do these kinds of talks with you like this. So I just had to flip that back on, and that fixed that right up. But the lagging was kind of an internet issue. Fortunately for me, nothing went wrong on the Stadia side of things, and I expected that because it's been pretty flawless for me on my end. And the only real issue that was hard to overcome was, half the people no showing. And we really had to mix things up. I had a nice little bracket set up, but I had to kind of just adapt a little bit and just kind of pick the people that were there and just put them together and keep notes on my right side here and just keep track of who's going next and all that stuff. But it was a blast. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be in terms of setting everyone up and getting them ready to go. But after that, everything was pretty smooth sailing. I had obviously my highest viewership in a live stream since I've started doing things on YouTube. I think on Twitch I might have had a raid that put me just above that, but it was just overwhelming because this was not only just like 10 minutes of people just bombarding the stream. This was 2 hours of people just staying put and being there and supporting, and it was a constant stream of people talking, and I was overwhelmed and found out like how easy it is for like the big creators to just miss things in the chat. Like, I had family members that showed up. I had friends that I went to school with that showed up that I just missed it because there's so much going on. And it was so amazing to see just how many people were just joining, and all the people that liked it, shared it, subscribed at the meantime was just, I couldn't believe it personally. And I have everyone to thank that started this whole setup for that. And getting my name out there, having people know who I am because of other creators. I want to thank Megatron X for bringing us on, and she did a great job bringing me in. And then we went over to Stadia Dosage, who did an excellent job playing Borderlands 3. Like me, had a little bit of hiccups at the beginning, but he did a fantastic job. And I'll link both of their streams in the description so you can go rewatch that stuff. And you'll be able to rewatch everyone's stuff because I'll actually include the playlist as well for every single stream that went on that day. Pretty much from about 6 p.m. on, I was able to watch everything live. It was fun to be a part of, and I'm definitely still gonna have to rewatch everything that I missed because in the morning I'm kind of, sleeping. So a lot of the stuff that went on from like, 3 a.m. up to about 9 a.m. I was kind of snoozing through, so I couldn't really watch it, and I had some stuff throughout the day, some chores to get through, and I'm definitely gonna go rewatch it, leave some comments, and I want you to do the same thing because these creators took a lot of their time and effort to make sure that their content came through at the best possible level they could just for you guys, because this was all about a community event, bringing us all together and just showing how much we truly like this platform and how much we enjoy sharing this platform with you guys, because without you guys, we're, like I said, we're just crazy people talking to cameras, and a lot of us like to hear ourselves talk, sure, but at the same time, for me personally, I'm not sure if I can speak for everyone, but my favorite part is communicating with people about interests that I have that you have as well. It's just so damn fun, and it's something that I don't want to give up because it's just constant endorphins just fly around, and it's awesome to be able to communicate and kind of share ideas and learn new things and maybe see things from a different perspective that I hadn't thought of before. And I've been able to do that not with the only other creators, but just from every person that watches my stuff, and just provokes so much thought, and they can sometimes bring something to the table that I'm not really too, I'm not much of an expert in. Like when I did the Linux video, which I'll also link, I had no idea what I was doing with that, but someone in the community was commenting about it and kind of helping me, understand. It's like, well, what you're talking about is not really truly wrong, but here's a much bigger explanation for it all, because, you're self-admitting that you don't really know too much about this, platform like Linux. But thing is, people are always there to help us out, and this is such a positive community. And me, if you know me, I'm a positive person. I'm always trying to look at the optimistic side of things, and I truly think that's one reason why I just gravitate to everything about Stadia and the people around it, because we're all trying to be the bigger men here, the bigger women, and the bigger fans, because we get punched every now and then just for what the platform is, and the being terrified of what this future could be of cloud gaming, and for is the future. And for that, I'm always going to be interested in like the technical side of, here we go, we got a new thing coming out and you can be a part of it right away. And that's what initially drew me into Stadia, because the idea of having, I want to buy Mortal Kombat 11, buy it, boom. That game's a data heavy game, but as soon as I buy it on Stadia, boom, I'm ready to go. And that's awesome. And that's just one of the many perks of it. And the biggest perk though is you guys. I want to thank you guys for showing support during Super Saturday. I want to thank the creators that showed their support, and especially the guys over at Stadia Source, Dan, Duncan, Tommy, and all of them, to putting all this together, doing such a damn good job at doing it, and being able to bring me into the fold. And I'm looking forward to the future of what we can do together and everything else. But I want to know what you think. What was your favorite thing about Saturday? Did you like the tournament like I did? I enjoyed commentating over it. It was a lot easier than actually doing anything else. So I could just sit here and talk with the people and watch people play a game that I really enjoy. So let me know your thoughts down below, what your favorite part was, and what you want to see maybe from me in the future going forward. Again, tomorrow you'll see the tournament with just the fights, so I cut out pretty much every time you see me on camera and everything before and after, so you can just watch the fights only. But until next time, thank you and party on.